I'm on.
Bonnie's on. Bonnie's on.
How do I wind it in?
You got to hold it up. Look at the size of that. How good's that, eh? Alright, just been trolling. It's just coming into a bite time, and look at that, you little beauty. A beautiful big Barra on the Little Lucifer. On Bonnie's lure. Wow. Oh, fantastic. I'm just about to go and get the kids. Oh, look at that. Come here, big dog. Oh. And I'm a little bit sketchy because I have seen crocs this afternoon. Oh, she's a beautiful big fish. I'm kind of wanting to hurry to get it in, but I don't want to go too hard on it. Look at that. On that tiny little Lucifer. Oh, I'm rinsing the netting job. Go on, get in there, big girl. Oh, that's fabulous. Great big Barra taken on Bonnie's little rainbow Lucifer. Wow. That has just been fantastic for me. Over the years, it's caught so many fish, and now a beautiful big Barra. There it is, Bonnie's lure. She picked it out of the whole bunch on the wall for the rainbow on it, and it's done the trick on this beautiful big Barra. Oh, can you believe it? What a giant. And we did not even know this spot at all when we pulled up, and it looked like a great place to stay. My God, what a spot. Yes, got it. What is that? Oh, well, I've just changed over because I'd had enough of these caddies. And I thought, well, I'm going to change over to a Little Lucifer, a Little Reidy's, and an Archer, which I love these things. I've just been watching one. I've just been watching a small Archer feeding on a log, spitting up at the log, and boy, was that a highlight. Welcome back, folks. Here's another lure review this week. I'm looking at the Little Lucifer by Reidy's Lures, and this thing has been a long-term favourite of a lot of fishermen over the years, and it's recently become more popular in my boat as well, as we've been travelling around the top end. Now, this little thing, I've had these for years and years and years. The first one I got, and I brought it with me, this is about 25 years old, this thing, and I snapped its bib. It was my fault. Snapped its bib on a rock, hammering it the other day. But this thing has caught me bass and flathead, brim. It's been fantastic over the years, and I've always loved it for the buoyancy of it when I was first getting into my lure fishing, and the ability for this thing to shoot like a bullet. Look at the profile on it. It just shoots through the air. So whether you're throwing it with spinning gear to get real distance casts, or throwing it just really comfortably with a bait caster, these things are fantastic, and they have accounted for a whole load of fish on our trip already. A beautiful big sooty. It's going to go straight back in, but what a fish. Look at that. Taken just down in the spillway, and I was fishing. There you go, buddy. I was fishing the Little Lucifer. This little rainbow Little Lucifer. It's first or second cast and straight on. Bonnie's caught her first barramundi all by herself. We were trolling in Kakadu, and she pulled her very first barra on this little rainbow one. And it was absolutely no action at all. We were just sitting it out there. She was just holding the rod, and away it went. Oh, what do you got? Oh, Bonnie. You've got your Barra, darling. You've got your beautiful little Barra. How good on the Reidy's. How good, Flossie girl. All right, should we get him in, have a look at him? Well done, Bon. Turn around, give me a look at your darling girl. The Little Reidy's. How good, the pink Reidies, that was your choice. Now, can you do the little grab with your thumb? So you come in like Daddy and you grip it. Grip. Good girl. That's it. And then with the other hand, you hold him under his tummy like that, and then you turn it around and show it off to Mum. That was pretty good. All right, come round here with me.
Okay, I'm ready, I'm ready.
And you're gonna grip him in there. You gotta grip him tight. He knows if you got him good. That's it. And then with your other hand underneath, under like Daddy. Like Daddy, that's it. Perfect. How good's that, hey? Is that your first Barra, darling?
Yeah.
Well done. Wow. On your rod by yourself. Good
I'm
girl.
gonna throw him.
All right, you're gonna try him back.
One more smile.
Ready to see me throw it?
Whoa,
well done.
Off you go.
Good girl.
Off he goes.
You didn't kiss it.
So they can be retrieved with that high cadence that they've got. Have a look at the shape of that bib. Nice, slender, deep bib. They can be just trolled without any action and they can still pick up fish. And they're beautifully balanced so that if you are trolling and you feel a snag, you can drop your rod back and it'll float back up and move itself out of the snag 9 times out of 10. And it's only a slow float, but it sort of backs its way out. So these little lucifers are just brilliant. They're everywhere up here, by the way, and they must be a favourite of so many people that fish up the top here. And what I think is the key is that during the cooler months, or if a barra bite is a harder bite, when people downsize, they're looking for something still with a high cadence, easy to cast, and easy to remove out of the structure when they're trying to get in the front of barra, right into their faces. This little Lucifer is just killer. Have a look at the trebles that it comes standard with, and the hook hangers. All the terminal tackle are built for barra. They're built tough for Australian conditions, and they certainly hold up. I've seen some massive fish taken on these lures, especially in the last couple of months as we've been talking to folks. They've been repping these things. The guys at the tackle stores up here love them. They sell tons of them, which sometimes, you know, it's something where you're like, well, have they got the runs on the board or are they just being sold? These things have certainly been around for a long time and still selling like hotcakes. So I haven't done a review on these, and it's been such a long time since I've been using mine, but just today I've whipped it out again and it's been getting the job done. Now, the way that I like to work these little lucifers, it really depends on the conditions and what you're doing. Like I said, you can troll with these lures and they're fabulous, and trolling with them can be as simple as leaving them in the rod holder or give them to your kids and let them do what they want with them. But you can also get into a technique where you're dragging along and you just drop your rod tip back, leave a little bit of slack line and let that lure slowly float up. And the slack line that you leave can be almost slightly under tension, just so if something grabs it, you feel it. Okay, and that allows that lure to swim along and then pop back up just slowly. Often if a barra's swimming behind it, or a mangrove jack or a flathead, that's what they'll do. They'll come along, wait for that lure to stall, slowly float back up, and that's when they grab it. So that's one of the techniques I like to use when I'm trolling with this thing. When I'm lure casting and retrieving, this thing flies and you can get it way out there, and then you can just work it down into the strike zone to the depth that you're after, down around that 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet, and then you can just pause it and twitch it. And if you want to get really aggressive to try and turn on a jack, that's the way that I like to fish for jacks around mangroves, is just twitchy and then just leave it. And often it's that twitch that can turn them on, bring them in, and then they smash it once it's paused for a long period of time and sitting in their face. I just got hit. Would you believe that? So the longer the pause as well, I've found that's how I get my bigger fish. Nice long pause, and if you can get it down to that zone where they're sitting, you're right in their face, it's going to annoy them. That little rattle, it's perfect. So they can handle aggressive retrieves. They're fabulous little things, beautifully weighted and balanced in the water. It's the Little Lucifer by Reidy's Lures.